Hello and welcome to Franciacorta in Italy for the 63rd edition of the Motocross of Nations. We've got the best riders in the world competing for the biggest prize of all, the Chamberlain Trophy, and the chance to become World Team Champions. The circuit here at Franciacorta has been constructed especially for this occasion. We're on the infield of a road race complex, and the owner, Daniel Bonara, and his team have worked extremely hard in getting this project off the ground, with the view of bringing the Motocross of Nations back to Italy for the first time in 23 years. Maggiore was the circuit then, 1986 was the year. David Philippart's Tony Cairoli and Davide Guarneri are coming here as favourites, but Team USA, France, Belgium, Great Britain, Australia, New Zealand are also in with a shot, and whoever wins, it would have been a hard-fought victory, as this is probably the closest the teams have been in quite a while, and I, for one, can't wait to see the outcome.
The climax event has arrived of the motocross season, and what a great motocross season it's been. Hello everyone, I'm Lisa Leyland, your little Olympic flame, and we are here in Franciacorta, Italy for the 63rd edition of the Red Bull FIM Motocross of Nations, the Olympic Games of motocross. 37 countries, the best riders in the world competing this weekend. But to start with, we're going to check out what happens before the roar of the engines. MX Matters.
In Milan, in the prestigious Pirelli building, head office of the Lombardy region, the 2009 Red Bull FIM Motocross Nations press conference took place. Journalists from all over Europe gathered here for this climatic event, and one of the distinguished guests, Lombardy region president Roberto Formigoni, was here to talk to us.
Motocross è uno sport affascinante.
Motocross is an enchanting sport. If you watch it on TV or at the track, it arouses great passion. So I'm really happy that this race can happen here in Lombardy. In Franciacorta, we will host athletes and riders from a great number of nations, and obviously we wish that the Italian riders will be on top. Also present were members of the Italian team, Cairoli, Philippart and Guarneri, with Italian team manager Andrea Bartolini. Seven days before the Motocross of Nations took place, Tony Cairoli, the 2009 MX1 World Champion, led an invasion of bikers from Milan to the Daniel Bonara track in Franciacorta.
Sono contentissimo di essere qua.
I'm really happy to be here with so many people that came here for this meeting. Many thanks to Red Bull for this great idea. In less than a week, there will be the Motocross of Nations, and me and the Italian team will be absolutely ready to fight for the victory. The meeting was fixed in Castello Square, just in front of the Sforza Castle. The bikers moved through Milan, then to Duomo Square, where a great crowd of fans welcomed Cairoli. Cairoli and friends then left Milan, took to the A4 Milan-Venice motorway. Direction Franciacorta.
Giuseppe Longo. We're here in Italy for the 63rd edition of the Red Bull FIM Motocross of Nations. Tell us about this huge event.
It's just great. You know, if you can dream, you can do it. It's just that we are work very hard. We believe in motocross. It's a great sport. You have a great possibilities to do it. It's possible to be like many events, like road race, like Formula 1. And this we show. It's only Saturday and it's full. This I'm very happy. We have record of country present. We have 3-4 ministers present. It's a dream. It's a dream come true.
Thank you.
Everybody. Thank you to everybody.
Welcome motocross fans to Franciacorta, Motocross of Nations, our biggest event of the year. 37 countries have entered, they have sent their best riders, and they will provide us with a show on the Sunday which will be unbelievable. Riding with pride for the country, finally to hear their anthem on the podium and to receive the Peter Chamberlain Trophy.
Well, on Saturday evening after qualification at this brand new Franciacorta circuit, the 37 teams were presented to the crowd on the Red Bull dump just in front of that main arena. Present was the Italian Minister of Sport, Dr. Rocco Crimi, the Bulgarian Minister of Sport, Mr. Svilen Nekov, and the Latvian Minister of Justice, Mr. Marek Seglins. Also present was Mr. Vito Ippolito, the FIM President, and also Mr. Paolo Sesti, the FMI President. The official speech was made by Dr. Rocco Crimi, the Italian Minister for Sport, who declared the 63rd Red Bull FIM Motocross of Nations officially open. 37 doves were released into the sky, one for each nation. Then, of course, there was a presentation of teams, and Ricky Johnson, the hero from 1986, made a lap of honour. Well, on Saturday evening in the paddock on a specially constructed stage was the 2009 FIM Off-Road Award ceremony. Mr. Vito Ippolito, the FIM President, welcomed everybody to this special event, along with Ustream President Mr. Giuseppe Longo and Dr. Wolfgang Schrub. Antonio Cairoli, 2009 FIM MX1 World Champion, presented his helmet and shirt to Dr. Rocco Crimi, Italian Sport Minister. And immediately after that prize giving, Yamaha were confirmed as winning manufacturers in MX1, KTM MX2, Honda MX3. Red Bull Ducati were team champions in MX1, Red Bull KTM for MX2 and Honda for MX3. George Jobe picked up a Lifetime of Career Award, so too did Rick Johnson, on behalf of Johnny O'Mara and David Bailey, the team of 1986. Bulgaria won Best MX3 Organiser for Troyan, and Seb Liebov for Best MX1, MX2 Organiser. And Ken Roxon won the Undergroot Award for Best Young Talent. Mats Nielsen was the Veterans World Cup winner. Steffi Lyer, Motocross Women's World Champion. In MX3, it was Pierre-Alexandre René. Marvin Muscan was the MX2 World Champion. And last but not least, Tony Cairoli, MX1 World Motocross Champion. So a special night then for the fans. They get to take a nice picture of everyone gathered together.
We're down on the circuit once again, and one of the most spectacular parts on this track is this big uphill triple jump. It's about 28 meters in length. The takeoff is quite steep, and to get over this, you need to get this right-hand corner absolutely perfect to get over it. Most of the MX1 guys are doing it. Some of the top guys in MX2 are doing it. If you don't get it right, you're going to lose time. If you lose time, you could lose a position. Look out for this part of the circuit this weekend.
So let's take a quick look then around this Daniel Bonara circuit here at Franciacorta. We're on board with Tony Cairoli on the Red Bull Ducati Yamaha. It's about 95 metres before we get to turn one, and then we're immediately straight into 5 waves here. They get bigger as you go further into them. Most riders double, single as they then hit this second turn. A left-hander under the Red Bull bridge. That's the finish line right there. Then we drop into this left-hander and then down into this bomb hole under the Teca bridge. Tony just doubling there, but that is a triple jump, then double all the way to the end until you get to the final one. This one right here, that's a single. Then we enter the sand section into this right-hander, 180 degrees. Going to be very deep through there. Might catch one or two riders out as well. Through this left-hander, right in front of the Red Bull Energy Station, over the Brawn Leap, which is tabletop, about 25 metres long. And again, we're still in the sand here. It's that left-hander. Going to be a lot of braking bumps through there. Over this slight rise, over the second one into a right-hander. Then we come out of the sand, back onto the dirt. Then this is Wave Mountain. series of 12 waves up and over the top of this hill, right in the centre of the course. Most riders were going to be wheeling through there, doubling their way over the top before we get back into this left-hander. Quite a wide, sweeping left-hand turn, back on the dirt, over this jump, landing flat, and then into this right-hander. That's the approach to the big uphill triple. You see there's just a double version over the top there. So that's about 28 metres, and then into this left-hander. Off this drop-off, the ground falls away from right to left, so quite a good camber through here, and that continues all the way around this right-hander, over this slight rise, and then up onto this little plateau, into this corner, this left-hander, off this little drop-off, on the gas, back under the second Red Bull tabletop. More of a step up, actually. And then we hang into this right-hand turn, 180 degrees. Then we've got waves here, 3 of those. Most riders taking either a single double or a double single. Into this left-hander, then another spectacular jump, about 30 metres across the top of there, high on the hillside, into this left-hander. Again, very wide through here. Over a slight rise, into this right-hander, over that little mogul there, out of this right-hander. That's pit lane to the right. About 80 metres to the end of this straight, the left-hander back onto the start straight. That's a lap around Franciacorta.
Tony, it's a brand new circuit here, Motocross of Nations, back in Italy for the first time in 23 years. You've just done the onboard lap. Already we have a big crowd here. They're giving you a fantastic reception. What does this weekend mean to you and to these guys here?
Yeah, it's awesome for me. Stay here and ride in Italy for the Motocross of Nation. It's something really special with the public. That's it's always cheering for you after lap after lap. So it will be for sure really good weekend for Italian team, I hope, and also for Italian crowd. Really nice. Everything is nice and organization is good. The track is really nice and really spectacular. So we'll see what can do.
We've just seen the track, a brand new track for here in Italy. But now it's time to meet the heroes of the Red Bull FIM Motocross of Nations, and those are the riders. We're going to start with the home team, the Italian team, consisting of 2 MX1 world champions. That's Caroli and Philippart. Then after that, I'm happy to be meeting the teams of Belgium and Germany.
Antonio Cairoli, number 13, MX1, Team Italy. I'm David Guarneri, I ride an MX2, my bike number is 14, Team Italy. David Philippart, number 15, Open Class, Team Italy. Yes, my first year in MX1 for me, quite surprised to win the title. Also, after the first 3 races I understood I had the possibility to win. And so to be now here at the Nations with a title is for me a great motivation. After this year we have a really strong team and for sure we'll try to stay on the podium or to win the Nations Trophy. For sure, our team is really strong. You know, we have 2 world champions, and also for this, I will be really motivated. I'll try to do the same with them. I hope all together we'll be able to take a great result. For sure, I'm a little bit under pressure because the race is in Italy, really close to my home, so I hope that also the fans will give me an extra change to make the difference. I'm really lucky. This is my 5th Motocross of Nations, and this year we ride in Italy. So the Italian team is one of the favourite for the podium, and for sure we will do our best. Our team is world champion Tony Cairoli. I was 4th in the championship, and also we have David Guarneri. So we can search for a good result. And after, we are in Italy, so there'll be a lot of fans coming to see us, and it'll be great.
Che vengono a vederci sarà grandioso.
Hello, I'm Daniel Siegel. I'm riding MX1 with number 28.
Hey, I'm Ken Roxon. I'm riding for the MX2 class with number 29.
Hello, I'm Max Nagel. I'm racing in the open class and I have number 30.
Yes, I think we have a good team with Max, Kenny, and I hope I also can do a good job. I feel really good at the moment, and I want to help the German team to be better than last year's, and we're looking forward for this year.
I mean, it's awesome. Before I just rode the MX of European Nation, and that was a good experience for me, and I'm looking forward now. And like Daniel said, we have a really good team, so we all give our best, and we will see how it goes.
Yeah, of course, it's been a great year with the entry in the beginning. Was difficult, but then finished really good, and now for the Nations, we're looking forward to make maybe a top 5 result.
Hello, I'm Clément Dessalles for the Team Belgium in the MX1 class.
Hello, I'm Joël Roelands and I'm riding for Team Belgium in the MX2 class.
Hello, I'm Steve Ramon. I'm riding for Team Belgium, the open class with number 9.
After my season in MX1, I do really well. I come step by step and without injury, and now it's my first time in the MX of Nation, and I will do my best like every race that I take the start.
I'm pretty happy to be a part of the team. I think Belgium has a great history in the MX of Nations, and I think we can make a good result. So I hope I can keep up to the other results from the previous years, and I hope we can maybe catch the podium or take a win.
Yeah, I think this year we have a good team with Clément and Joël Roelands. So last year we were third, which I was pretty happy with. We were on the podium. But I think this year the track, I've seen the track, the track looks really nice. So I'm looking forward to go out there. But there are some strong teams this year, like Italy, Australia, USA. So it's going to be tough, but I hope at least to be on the podium, or maybe like we were riding the last couple of weeks, me and Clément and Joël. I think we have also a chance to go for the win.
Well, apart from the Motocross of Nations, of course, we had lots of other things going on in and around the paddock. We had BMX displays, we had indoor go-karting, there was even a go-kart of nations down there, one rider from each team representing. Eventually Tony Cairoli won the race, but Germany won the event. Would that be a sign of things to come? But the fans here, either way, we're going to have a great weekend. Well, in qualification that took place on Saturday, Italy emerged victorious, so they went to the line in pole position. France second, Belgium third, Britain, Australia, USA, South Africa and New Zealand were your top 8. And the first race of the day, race 1, is a combination of MX1 and MX2. So Cairoli and Guarneri against Frossard, Muscan, Clément Dessalles, Joe Roelands, etc. And it's Davide Guarneri closest to us, but who's it going to be? Centre of the screen, it looks like Tony Cairoli from Italy. So the Italians obviously put their slower rider, the MX2 guy, up the inside, which happened to be Guarneri. And Cairoli was allowed then to storm around the outside. He's got Chad Reed of Australia just behind him, number 16, and Jonathan Barragan of Spain there, number 19, on that Silver Action KTM in red. Just got a glimpse of Stephen Frossard, so he's quite the way down for France. And Ryan Dungey there in 4th position for Team USA on that Rockstar Makita Suzuki, but Cairoli goes wide. And Chad Reed storms up the inside as the riders head through that sand section over Braun Leap, right in front of the Red Bull Energy Station. Look how rough the circuit is here in this sand section. But Chad Reed, the 450 AMA American Outdoor Motocross champion this year, well, he's obviously looking to prove a point. The Australians never won this event, never been on the podium. And Chad Reed, well, this is probably the only event in his career that he has yet to win. But Tony Cairoli, though, he's the 2009 FIM World Motocross champion, and he's making a move up the inside. And listen to that crowd. And can Cairoli get through here? Well, Reed's on the inside, and Tony Cairoli keeps on the gas and just nails the pass around the outside there. And just listen to the roar of the crowd. So Tony Cairoli is our new race leader. Chad Reed there in second, with Jonathan Barragan of Spain in third, Ryan Dungey of the USA in fourth. Well, if Tony Cairoli could pull off a victory here in this opening moto, that would just set the scene here. They were victorious in their qualifying heat. Tony Cairoli won his MX1 class, David Philipparts won his open class race. They were able to discard the result from Davide Guarneri, so they had the perfect score in theory. Tony Cairoli over the Tekka triple jump. He decides to double. Chad Reed goes for the triple, just gains a few more yards there. There is Stephen Frossard, number 4 for France on that CLS Kawasaki. Oh, I tell you what, he almost came off the side of the bike there, but Davide Guarneri, the Italian, on that Monster Energy Richie Yamaha, he's down there just behind Frossard. And they're in around about the top 10 position at the moment. Antti Pirinen there, well, Davide Guarneri actually down there in about 17th position. There is Jake Weimar, the second of the USA riders on that Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki, down in 12th place. So not a bad start, but not the best start for the 21-year-old American, who has yet to win a pro title coming into this FIM Red Bull Motocross of Nations competition, unlike Ivan Tedesco, the open rider, and also Ryan Dungey, who's taken a pass there on Commander Sal, who hits a hay bale and goes down hard. But he looks like he's kept that Honda going. Yes, he has. So that was a battle for 4th position. So Commander Sal, be interesting to see where he's picked himself up. Jonathan Barragan there, still in, what, 3rd position. Dungey goes through. And who's that? Just menacing. Well, that's Clement de Sal, so he's back up and running. So Barragan now in 4th, Dungey in 3rd. There's Clement de Sal in the yellow helmet for Belgium. He is in 5th position. Ken Roxon having a good ride in MX2 on that Tekka Europe Suzuki. He's in 6th position, but he's the first MX2 rider. And he's got Tommy Searle and Marvin Muscan just behind him as well. So the 3 MX guys together in this race. Roxon just taking a quick look over his shoulder. There's Tony Cairoli. Just over 16 minutes to go, and Chad Reed having a look here, challenging for the lead. Both riders up and over that triple jump, drifting a little bit too wide, both those riders. Down that off-cambered hill, through this long off-cambered sweeping right-hander. But Tony Cairoli just doing enough at the moment, but listen to the support for Ken Roxon, the young 15-year-old there, leading the MX2 category. There's Tommy Searle just behind him, number 11, on the muscle. Oh, and a mistake there from Roxon, almost loses the front end, almost goes down. So maybe the 15-year-old just starting to get a little bit tired here, because he's certainly riding out of his skin here in this opening race. And he's got the number 5 Frenchman, Marvin Muscan there, closing in on him, and Tommy Searle all the way over to the left-hand side. And what's going on here? Oh, Roxon again, is he getting involved with, oh, that's Tommy Searle. Tommy Searle making a move up the inside. So must have been a mistake there from Ken Roxon somewhere, because Tommy Searle now is the leading MX2 rider. Marvin Muscan's obviously had a problem as well, because he's 3rd MX2 rider at the minute. And it's not like it used to be, where the MX2 guys, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, as they are here in the race, would score 1, 2, 3 points. They will be scoring 5th, 6th, 7th place points in this race. That was changed after the 94 Motocross of Nations, when Kurt Nickel decided not to get involved with the battling Mike LaRocco in the closing stages of that race to secure victory for Great Britain. But there is number 58, Nikolai Larsson. He's a back marker for Denmark, but there is Clement de Sal. So he's remounted, picked himself back up in 4th place. So it's not too bad for Belgium at the moment. But Italy still lead with Tony Cairoli. Chad Reed is still leading, is still in 2nd for Australia. Ryan Dungey hanging on to 3rd ahead of that man there. Clement de Sal 4th. Marvin Muscan has found a way past Tommy Searle, and he is in 5th place. But coming out of the final corner, Tony Cairoli is going to take the checkered flag and victory here in Moto number 1, much to the delight of the Italians, the team and the crowd, of course. And it's shaping up to be a good day for Team Italy. Chad Reed came over the line 2nd for Australia. Ryan Dungey came over the line 3rd for the USA. 4th was de Sal, and 5th was Marvin Muscan, the first MX2 guy there for France. Coppins was 6th, Searle was 7th, and Jake Weimar, well, a good recovery for him, 2nd American, home in 8th place. Gareth Swanepoel of South Africa was 9th. Ken Roxon dropped down to 10th. Billy McKenzie, well, he was 11th ahead of Barragán, Rattray and Frossard. And overall in the championship at the moment, or in the nations classification, USA lead Italy, Great Britain are 3rd, Australia 4th, Belgium and France down there in 5th and 6th. And pretty much everybody else out of it at the moment.
Yeah, it was amazing. Now I'm happy we are second, and for sure now David do a really good race also, and we are looking forward for a laced podium on this trophy. So we are happy about my race. I'm happy about my race, and everything went good.
Red Bull Motocross of Nations, we are going to meet the Dream Team. They have been on the top step of the podium 19 times and they have won the last 4. We're also going to meet Team France with 2009 MX2 champion Marvin Muskin and also Tyler Rattray, the 2008 MX2 champion, South Africa. Check it out.
Ryan Dungey, MX1 class, Team USA.
Ivan Tedesco, open class, Team USA.
Jake Weimer, MX2, Team USA, number 2.
Roger DeCoster is a brilliant guy. He's really knows a lot of knowledge and has a lot of years under his belt. And really happy to have him on our side, and really looking forward to working with him and being here and over in Italy and preparing together.
So far, having a great time over here in Italy. Like you said, it's my first MX Nations, but really enjoying it, having a good time. We got to ride a little bit yesterday and ride our race bikes, so definitely looking forward to the race and all the fans. I think it'll be exciting.
Yeah, it's my 3rd year over here at the Des Nations, and yeah, I think having some experience at this race is important. And you know, these guys haven't been over here before, but you know, they're both professionals. They've been racing a while, and you know, they're big boys. They'll be able to figure it out. But I'll give some tips when I can and help these guys out. And it's a lot different than America, so it'll be good.
Hi, I'm Steven Frossard. I ride in MX1. My number is 4.
Hi, I'm Marvin Muskin from France, MX2 class, number 5.
Hi, I'm Gauthier Paulin, riding open class for the French team, number 6.
Yeah, it's true for me. It's a great change. I changed from the 250 to the 450, but I've trained with the new bike for 2 weeks. It's gone very well. This year, the French team is made of 3 young riders, and I hope that we're able to fight for first place. I'm very happy because in MX2 I won a world title and everything is going well. I'm really confident. We have a really good team. Steven and Gauthier, we're our young riders and we all ride well. We're a good team. I'm really confident for the result and I hope to enjoy it a lot. It's true, we are a totally new team. We're all young and we never won this race. I think that we have the potential. We're winners of some GP heats and also winners of GPs. Marvin is world champion, I'm 3rd. Stephen fought to the top all season and I think we can do some good here. We've seen the track, it looks really nice. We made a lot of training with the bike. We're also physically ready, so we hope to stay on the podium.
Sur notre entraînement physique, donc on espère venir ici et terminer sur la plus haute marche du podium.
Hi, I'm Gareth Swanepoel. I ride for Team South Africa, number 43 in the MX1 class.
Hi, my name's Tyler Rattray. I race for Team South Africa and my number's 44.
Good. You know, I'm hoping to try be top 5, so that'll be good. And let the team, you know, if I think all of us can try be top 5, it'll be good for the team.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this place has been good to me for 8 years, so I'm looking at getting a good result here. I mean, I didn't have such a good year in America. I mean, not the year that I wanted to. I mean, it was all right, but yeah, hopefully I can come away with the MX2 win, and hopefully we can put South Africa in the top 5 in the overall.
Yeah, I think last year we had a tough year, you know. Everyone had like little problems, but this year we've definitely got a strong team. All 3 riders are solid, and I think we can look towards a top 5 result.
Next up, it's race 2, and that's a combination of MX2 and Open. So it's Davide Guarneri and Philip Arts, Marvin Muscan and Gauthier Paulin, Roulants and Ramon, Searle and Simpson, Metcalf and Byrne, Weimer and Tedesco, Rattray and Bradshaw, Phillips, Collum. There you see the riders there lining up. They're the top 16 teams. But who's it going to be this time around? Italy are, of course, looking for victory on home soil. And while things are quiet, there is, of course, going to be a DVD release in Italian of this race, which also reviews the MX Championship and the Motocross of Nations. You go to www.mondocorsa.com. Davide Guarneri nearest the camera, alongside him Marvin Muscan and Joel Roulant. Oh, a bit of bar banging going on there. That looked like one of the Brazilian riders, but who's that? That looks like a New Zealander, Scott Cullum on the relentless Suzuki there for New Zealand, and he's got Tanel Leop on the Red Bull Ducati Yamaha, Stephen Crossard, or is that Gauthier Paulin? Looks like Paulin, sorry, who's in there in 3rd position, just taking over the 2nd place spot. So a good start for the Frenchman. And the Italians in there as well. Philip Arts in around about 4th, 5th position, but it's Paulin now who surges into the lead. He's got Tedesco there. That looked like Tedesco in around about 2nd or 3rd position as well through that turn. So already Scott Cullum just feeling the heat just a little bit too much, but he's there in 3rd as they come over that Brawn leap. 4th is Tanel Leop there, number 36. Then it's Philip Arts in 5th place for Italy. Then it looks like one of the Belgians there in 6th position, possibly Joel Roulant. Oh, and Tanel Leop almost off the side of the bike there, up and over that wave mountain. But look at this, Philip Arts on the charge. And he's battling there with, oh, and it's Guarneri. It's Guarneri, not Philip Arts. And he's taken down the Australian, Michael Byrne. Wow, that's a big crash there. And that means that Davide Guarneri, well, he's not scoring any points there, nor 2 is the Australian burner. But no such problems for number 6, Gauthier Paulin. But number 2, Jake Weimer, the American, he's down. Well, he's going to have a bit of work to do as well, but look at that, Davide Guarneri. Well, that would have been his last ride of the day anyway. No more MX2 action for him, but he would have certainly liked to have got more points on the board for Team Italy. But there is the battle here. That's Marvin Muscan, number 5 of France, and Davide Guarneri just steaming on through there on that Monster Energy Rinaldi Yamaha. So now the Italians are on the charge here. He's now in 4th place. Marvin Muscan, once again, is looking good to take the overall victory in the MX2 category. He was the winner of race 1 in that class, and is leading again in the MX2 category here in race 2 for him. There is Joel Roulant around the outside, and Simpson goes down. So Simpson's gone down from about 8th position there on that Red Bull KTM for Team Great Britain. Takes a quick look over his shoulder, not normally used to seeing him on the 450 machine. But he's picked himself back up. But he's down in around about 12th position now. But there is Gauthier Paulin. Again, many considered his choice coming into this Motocross of Nations. Is he going to be strong enough, fit enough for that 450 machine? Well, he's answering his critics at the moment. There is Tedesco. He's in 2nd, but look at that. The Italian crowd going absolutely bananas here because Philip Arts is on the charge. He's looking to take 2nd place here from the American. Well, that'll be another point for the Italians. Behind them in 4th is Tanel Leop. But all eyes on this battle here on the final lap. And Philip Arts is closing all the time. And the crowd all around this arena here are witnessing a heroic charge from Philip Arts. We've seen him do it before, time and time again in Grand Prix. And here he is doing it again in the biggest race of all, the Motocross of Nations. And he's got Tedesco there just ahead of him. That's a big enough target. Look how close it is on this final lap. But Gauthier Paulin, he comes through the wave section, and it looks like Philippe Arts has found a way through. But it's going to be the checkered flag for Gauthier Paulin. But did Philippe Arts manage to hang on? He comes over the line now. Yes, he does. So he holds on for second, and Tedesco drops to third. Wow, good ride for Philippe Arts. Tedesco third, Leop fourth, Muscant, Nagel, Ramon and Ken Roxon of Germany down there. So both Germans in the top 8. Metcalf of Australia 9th, Rattray 10th, Roulance, Column, Simpson, Tonis, Campana and Baldi of Brazil. But after 2 races, France are clear. All 4 scores counting at the moment. Belgium 2nd, America, Great Britain, South Africa now in 5th, Italy 6th.
Yeah, we respect with the team France. I have worked so hard on the 450. So I do many tests. I have a big training before this race. So now to come there, it's a really nice track, and to start on the front and win this race is amazing for me.
Okay, congratulations. A motocross legend in AMA and is one of the most famous riders in the world. We're talking about Chad Reed. We're going to meet Chad and his Australian team, and while we're on the other side of the world, catch up with the riders from New Zealand, Joshua Coppin's team, and meet the riders all the way from Thailand.
Yeah, I'm Chad Reed, Team Australia, MX1 class, number 16.
Brett Metcalf, number 17, MX2, Australia.
Hi, Michael Byrne, Team Australia, 2009, riding the MX3 class, number 18.
I am ready for Motocross the Nations title. It's something that I don't have, and Australia doesn't have, so it's important. It's been a race that we've had a lot of tough time at, so it's time to put that behind us and give it all we got and try and pull this thing off.
Yeah, I've raced in 3 countries now and happy to be back in Europe. But this experience to be at the Des Nations tops all of them. It's the best race of the whole year and best race the sport has, so it's a great honor to be here.
I'm hoping this year is going to be the year that we win. You know, we've all had great seasons. You know, Chad's a champion, Mehdi, we've all been in the top 5, you know, so, you know, we just need to hopefully have a little bit of luck go our way for once, and I think this year we're going to make our own luck and get it done.
Hi, I'm Josh Coppins, bike number 22, riding for Team New Zealand in the MX1 class.
Hi, I'm Michael Phillips. I'm riding for Team New Zealand, MX2 class, number 23.
Hi, I'm Scotty Collum. I'm riding in the open class, number 24 for New Zealand.
Last year, New Zealand finished in 8th place, and I think with the team we have this year, we can improve. For Michael, it's first time, and Scott second time, and I've done it many times, so I think we can improve on 8th, and hopefully we do well.
It's a great honour being my first year representing my country, New Zealand, MX Nations, riding MX2. Should be some good battles out there. Yeah, lots of countries, and yeah, looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it.
Last year was my first year of the Nations. I rode MX2. This year I'm riding the bigger bike in the open class, and I'm looking forward to it. All season I've been racing this bike, so I'm familiar with it, and the track here in Italy looks awesome, and yeah, it'll be good, you know. Kia ora to all the people back home, and we're hoping for a good weekend here in Italy, and everything will be sweet as shit.
Hello, I'm Jan Postman, team manager of the Thai team.
I've been racing motocross Grand Prix myself. In '84, I was world champion with a Dutch team. We're here now with a Thai team, really trying to do something good. Here we have Tongshai Wangsuan, who's with the Thai Federation. I will let them say their own name because it's very hard to pronounce. Just say your name.
ชาลาเพนจันทร์สวัสดีครับสามารถทุมาสิงห์สวัสดีครับพัฒนากรยาครับสวัสดีครับการตั้งทองครับ
The last person broke his collarbone in the Dutch Championship last week. We will have MX2, MX1, MX2 and the open class. They're really here to learn, to look what motocross is and to see and to enjoy Italy as absolutely. It looks very good. So I hope we have a very pleasant race and they will learn a lot. I've tried to help them as much as I can, and it's absolutely great for them to be here and to have the experience of the Motocross of Nations. It's really great.
Well, as it stands at the moment, France are leading 25 to Belgium on 37, USA third, Great Britain fourth. But if you drop the worst score, France only have a 3-point advantage. They're on 11, USA on 14. Third would be Italy on 19. So everything to play for in this final race. The MX1 and open category. Can Italy pull something out the bag? Can they get on the podium in front of their home crowd? Can they go and win it here? Who knows? Can America go for their 5th victory in a row? And there's already conflict there between Philippe Arts and Frossard. Oh, and there's a big crash going down the start straight. Can't quite see who that is, but 3-4 riders. And that's Cairoli. Cairoli walking back to his bike for Team Italy. We've got bikes and bodies strewn all over the circuit here. And Tony Cairoli, well, he knows that that is it pretty much for Team Italy, because David Ugeri, he didn't finish the second race. They can't afford 2 DNFs. Oh, and there's carnage as well coming out of turn 3. And we've got Gauthier Paulin lying down there as well. So we've taken the French out. Chad Reed just went through. So too did Billy McKenzie. So 3-4 top guys wiped out of this one. So where is the American Ryan Dungey? We've got Jonathan Barragan of Spain leading around this first lap, and I've got a sneaky feeling that that is Ryan Dungey there in second position. Well, if that's the case, then Team USA could be on the march here for what would be their 5th title in a row and also their 20th win in this competition. Remember, the Americans didn't join this competition until 1981. They went on a streak of 13 straight. Here we try and see what's going on. There's Cairoli, comes across, and it well, just happened way too quick for me to try and decipher what exactly happened there. Certainly at the inside, Frossard and Philippe Arts had a bit of a bang. Oh, look at that. That's Kraskon down there in the orange, and certainly, possibly Chad Reed down there as well, as our onboard camera did very, very well to avoid that as well. But certainly Australia taken out of the equation, France taken out of the equation, so too Great Britain. And also, of course, one of the favourites for certainly a podium, Team Italy, and you would have certainly put good money on Philippe Arts and Cairoli coming up trumps here in this third race, the final moto of the day in the 63rd edition of this Red Bull Motocross of Nations. It's been a fantastic occasion here, but on some, well, I don't know, maybe the Italian fans now just feeling a little bit cheated with what's gone on there. You can't help injuries and accidents and things like that, but Tony Cairoli does not deserve to be on the deck at turn 1 in this race, just like his teammate Davide Guarneri didn't deserve to collide there. There's Swanepoel, the South African. Well, I was talking to him at an open day at Albion Motorcycles down in England, the south coast of England, a couple of weeks ago, prior to this event. And he was looking forward to this event, but so too Ryan Dungey. Look at him on the left-hand side there, through that Tekka triple, Barragan onto the right. And the American #1, Ryan Dungey, 2-time champion this year in the 250 category, took his first AMA Outdoor Motocross Championship and, of course, his first 250 Supercross West Coast Championship. And he's looking to pick up a 3rd major title here in 2009, if, of course, he can bring it home, that Rockstar Makita Suzuki in that first position. It's irrelevant what Ivan Tedesco does, his teammate, but just so you know, Tedesco is doing well at the moment. He's there and around about 6th, 7th position. Steve Ramon goes through now into 2nd for Team Belgium. Well, if it were to stay like this, it would be a victory for the USA. France would be 2nd, Belgium would be 3rd. Frossard is fourth in the moto at the moment. Philip Arts is in fifth. He's been trying for a couple of laps to try and find a way past the Frenchman. New Zealand, Josh Coppins in sixth place, and Tedesco down in seventh. Julian Bill down in ninth. Max Nagel 10th. And there is Max Nagel as he finds a way up the inside of Julian Bill on the Aprilia. So the Red Bull KTM rider Max Nagel, strangely in the press conference on Friday, didn't think that Germany had much of an opportunity to win this, didn't think they'd even make the top 8, so not too confident coming into this, but certainly putting Germany on the board at the moment. Him and Roxon combined well. But there's Philip Arts now, trying to find a way past the fading Barragan. Up the inside, he's going to square him off and take the lead here, or take a position away. And Philip Arts now moves, into third place. Pushes Barragan, the Spaniard, back down to fourth. And there's Frossard just lurking in the background, so maybe even the Frenchman could snatch another couple of points here. But Philip Arts, you can't fault the effort and the work ethic that's gone into this performance from him. All weekend, he's been solid as a rock. But as I said, and I reiterate, Tony Cairoli, you've got to feel for him. It just happened so quick, going down that start straight into turn one. 3-4 guys, one of them anti-Pyrenean. We hope that he's all right. Steve Frossard there in fourth. Didn't have a great first race, but making up for it here in the second, in fifth at the moment, behind Jonathan Barragan of Spain. And that would be enough to secure France second position for what would be, the third year in a row? But Ryan Dungey on the Rockstar Makita Suzuki, who's been dominant in the US all season long. Number one on the bike, number one on his back, and he's looking to take a third major title to add to the 2 titles he picked up back home in the US. As he comes under the Red Bull Bridge for the final time, he'll round out. He's got, maybe 4 or 5 corners to go. In second position is Steve Ramont for Belgium. In third, it's David Philip Arts. Fourth is Jonathan Barragan. But it's been a great performance here, not only from this rider here, Ryan Dungey, but also good, solid performances as well from his teammate, Ivan Tedesco, on the Red Bull Honda. Jake Weimar, he got results, and that's what matters here, as we've seen from Team Italy. Just one DNF or one bad score can really mess things up. But Ryan Dungey then comes through the rhythm section, doesn't look over his shoulder. He knows exactly what he's got to do. He's going to take the checkered flag here in the final motor of the day. He's won the race, but he doesn't realise that Team USA are about to win their 5th Motocross of Nations in a row, taking the tally for America to 20. And there is confirmation. Dungey victorious. Ramon second, Philip Arts third, Barragan, Frossard, Coppins, Tedesco and Nagel down there in 8th for Germany. Reed was 9th, Simpson was 10th. The 2 Leocs are in there as well, 11th and 13th for Estonia, with Billy McKenzie in 14th. Confirmation of the overall then, the Red Bull Motocross of Nations here at Franciacorta, Italy, down there in 6th position. Not where they wanted to be, but USA from France and Belgium, they were your top 3. And what would you expect? Nothing but smiles from Team USA as Belgium and France look on. Possibly an opportunity missed in 2009 for those 2 teams either side of the winners on the top step of the podium. Third place trophy being handed to Belgium by Danilo Boccadolci of DBO. Team France received their trophy from Paolo Sesti, the FMI president. But from the main man himself, the president of the FIM, Mr. Vito Ippolito, he hands the trophy to Roger Da Costa, the team manager. That's 20 now for Team USA, and all of those coming under that man there who's about to lift that trophy, Roger Da Costa. He adds that, of course, to the 6 that he won as a Belgian member and 5 world titles as a rider. Dr. Wolfgang Schrub, president of the FIM and the CMS, handing the blue plates to Team USA. They will go on a wall, no doubt, somewhere in all of their homes. But after a hard day at the office, it's time to let the champagne corks fly.
Well, it feels great. It's my third time over here, 3 for 3. Ryan won that last moto and clinched the deal for us. Philipparts ended up taking me out pretty hard that first lap of that moto, but I was able to get up and get a decent finish.
And what have you got to say for your fans here?
Everything, man. The track was awesome this week. It was fun. I had a good time. I can't thank my teammates enough for being there for me in the end, and it was fun, man. It was just a team effort, and it's a great feeling. Jake?
Well, congratulations, 2009 winners. Thank you.
And Tedesco joins a long list of 3-time winners from the USA that include Jeff Stanton, Ricky Carmichael, Mike Kudrowski, and Jeff Emig.
We have no words, just emotions. We have had an absolutely amazing time here in Franciacorta, Italy for the Motocross of Nations. We have next year, the Red Bull FIM Motocross of Nations will be across the ocean in USA, Colorado for the 64th edition.
But don't forget, we've got a whole season of Grand Prix with Ustream first.
So don't miss the action. MX matters.